So, hey fellas, a lot have been happening this week. In case you're wondering, this is the Uncut Podcast, and my name is Can Bill, and my co-host is
Cleme Karuga.
We bring you a lot of conversation that have been happening in Kenya and overseas. So, a lot have been happening over the week, and one of the things that people have been talking about is the issue of Kenya exporting labor. What's your take on this issue, or what happened?
So Kenya, the Kenyan government has joined that movement on transportation of labor to overseas instead of
Providing employment.
Yeah, providing employment in Kenya. So that is the issue we are going to discuss today.
So, and this issue happened also, remember the story of Germany, where the president visited Germany, and he promised Kenyans, he told them actually that he has struck a deal with the Germany, and 250,000 slots will be provided for Kenyans who wish to work abroad. I mean, also Germany came later and disputed that fact, and they said that is a lie. That is another issue I'll talk about. The European countries clashing with Africa on this labor issue, and also the Kenyan government. Back to the labor issue, the Kenyan government. It seems the Kenyan government is so busy on instead of providing employment internally, they are providing employment, exportation of employment. Do you think this is comfortable, and also addressing the issue of national employment management system?
I think that's a very good question that forms a basis of this discussion on exportation of labor. So we have economies in economic systems, in most of the economic systems which are very vibrant in the world. For example, in the USA, most of these economic systems we do not experience exportation of labor. Most of the things that do happen, labor is usually provided, it's usually promoted in the countries. So exportation of labor is a no. Because if you are saying, for example, a president is saying that we want to grow these industries, we want to grow the cotton industry, we want to grow the coffee industry, it means that for these people who are working in this industry, they're supposed to be your local people. So it means that if we are transporting these people to do business in other countries of the world, then that translates to having a good employment sector, a good economic system where already your local people have got their businesses. So, and that is not the case. That is not the case totally.
So I was also perusing on this national employment management system, and actually the jobs that are posted there are jobs advertised in Saudi Arabia, that people should go and work in Saudi Arabia. And you know what happens when you go there? You get jobs as house help, for use of better word, housemaids. And also these countries, they don't treat us well. Truth be told, they are not treating us well. There's this issue of let me check it, was Sweden. Sweden was actually paying 4.3 million for Kenyans and other immigrants to go back home. I mean, that shouts, we don't want you. Also, Germany was quick to dispute that we don't want you. After the Kenyan president made that statement that actually has secured slot for us, Germany was so clear, we don't want you. And also the issue of UK, they don't want us. Remember what happened in UK?
Yeah. So there was a lot of protests. So what I would say is that when you see these people chasing away Africans, it means that racism is still there.
Yeah, it's true.
Racism is still there.
In UK.
It never ended. And Africans, they do not have any other way but to create employment in Africa.
In
Africa.
True.
So for you to conquer, for you to fight against racism, for you to fight against human manipulation, for you to fight against poor working conditions where Africans are given work in the overseas, in the other parts of the world, and the working conditions are very poor, then it means that you have to look for a better way. True. And the better way is to create jobs in your country. And what is who is going to create these jobs? Who is going to create these jobs? One is the head of state and government. The head of state and government has the power to create, to mobilize, and to make these people invest in each and in his or her country.
Yeah.
So failure of the head of state to promote these businesses, to promote employment sectors, it means that is drawing the whole of these local people, the whole of the citizenry under the bus.
True.
Number two is the changing the cycle, changing these people who are in the working unions. We call them what?
The trade unions.
The trade unions.
Yeah.
We have to change these people who are in those positions, who keep on championing ideas, policies that are past time. So we have to change them. We have to bring new people in these positions so that we see new ideas, we see new working ways, how we're going to employ these people, how we're going to do this, and so on and so forth. That is what that is how we can form a good working system.
Yeah, the president should go to other countries and tell them the reason why they should come to Kenya. And when they come to Kenya, set aside the industrial park. And also this goes to the MPs. Instead of creating policies that will go against the Kenyan people, when the policies are so harsh on Kenyan people, they'll not be able to do business in our country. And that's why some people are saying that starting a business in 2024 in Kenya is becoming hard because policies all over, left, right, and center. So they have to go and take that maid job in Saudi Arabia. And that is an issue that have been happening in Africa. I mean, remember what happened in UK. People are risking their lives crossing the Mediterranean seas to go and secure a slot in UK.
Yeah. And
those countries, I remember the UK, the protests that happened, they were disputing, they were like chasing the Africa. They were saying like their Prime Minister, Starmer, is it Keith Starmer? Yeah, he's called Keith Starmer, has been playing a role in ensuring that Africans are coming to UK. Instead, they should be made hard. Those people don't want us. The only time the European countries and Western countries will want us is when they want to use us. So, like the issue of Haiti, do you think it is genuine, or like US is behind us, they want to use us?
So the case in Haiti is not genuine. The case is not genuine. We have the US, which have a very trained paramilitary. You have the military, which is well trained.
Navy, SEAL,
they have
Marines.
Yeah, they have weapons which can solve all these issues. And I think the case in Haiti, they are using the African people. They are mismanaging funds because the case in Haiti, we have different gangs. We have the northern and southern, where we have these other well-known gangs like the barbecue, Jimmy Barbecue. So going to Haiti is a suicide mission, because if the US have refused to take their military to the US to the Haiti, then it means that the case in Haiti, those gangs in Haiti, they have a history of eliminating the military. They also have a history of eliminating the organizations that tries to exacerbate the issues or exacerbate the different gangs, the activities of these gangs in Haiti. So that is well known to the US, to the Russians, to the France. It is well known. But in Africa, they are gullible. They are naive. When an African sees an opportunity, or when an African president sees an opportunity of being funded, then he goes for that opportunity, even if it is a suicide mission. Because you can agree with me that we have a lot of funds that are coming from the US and the UN to fight to keep peace or to bring peace in Haiti, Prince. We have all these funds. Most of them, I would say that most of them are not used well. They are mismanaged, and I would say that is my take on Haiti issue.
Yeah, and also there's been a lot of gatekeeping. I've heard the story of the embassy, allegedly the issue of the US embassy in Kenya. They've been gatekeeping, so that a lot of Kenyans who are seeking to relocate to the country, they don't get the visas, and they are not genuine. They don't want us, so they're making it hard for us. So they've been that issue of gatekeeping. So it's out clear that these countries don't need us. Africa, it's high time for Africa they unite, and that's why I'm loving the style of this Traore.
Yeah, Ibrahim Traore.
Yeah, he's investing in his own country so that their own country, they can have their own industrial park. When we have the industrial park, we can have industry, we can have our own Huawei companies, we can have our own. I've seen even the e-bike company in Kenya. So in this manufacturing chain, Africans will be employed. So in many sector.
Remember Africa is very rich in minerals, in everything, even in human labor.
Also the issue of Botswana, they discovered the best gold. Is it? It was a silver or what? That was discovered.
It was diamond.
The
biggest diamond.
It was discovered in Botswana.
Yeah. So in the case of Burkina Faso, I will say that Ibrahim Traore is an incarnate of Sankara, because these two gentlemen, they came to power as military at the age of that 4 years. The same, these two people, they have a revolutionary spirit. They also have the spirit of trying to remove themselves from the yoke of the colonialism, because as you saw, whereby Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore refused the exportation of gold by the